Yo, 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 yo. Y'all know what time it is, man. This is the Humpday Happy Hour Tap In. I am one half of the Bottom of the Bottle podcast. BarBOTB J Walking the third is me. That's my brother, my partner, my co-host, my drinking partner, Carolina Dirt. What's happening with
Hey, shit, bro. Last week we had some dope weather, and this week it's back hot as hell. But heat index
you?
back over triple digits. But holding on. I'm happy it's Wednesday. I'm happy it's Hump Day. Happy I'll tap in, and I'm happy it's a long weekend, 3-day weekend.
For sure, for sure. Well, we got a guest in the building. I'm not sure what happened, but he gonna pop in a second. I'll do a proper introduction once he get here, man. But life is lifing. I see you got that good Modelo.
This is actually everybody think it's Modelo, but it's a Molito.
A what?
They was on sale at Greens, man. It was out of date. It was out of date last year, but they were selling them 24 pack for $7.
Oh, that is definitely balling on a budget. Alcohol on a budget.
Yeah, but it's still fresh though. It still tastes fresh. Seal top, still stay fresh. Like it ain't no skunky beer, nothing. And I ain't no
That's
beer
what's up.
drinker. I ain't no beer drinker, so
Ain't nothing wrong with having a little frosty cold beverage every now and then.
and then it's the minute. That's all I can do. I tell people all the time, if I drink a 12-pack in a year, I'm doing good for a beer drinker. I can't drink beer for shit. I might not finish that one the way I go.
Yeah, I don't mind the minis. The minis help you get it in while it's still cold. You ain't got to worry about that lukewarm. You know what I'm talking about? What a beer can be when it's warm.
Yeah, a fresh beer, especially a mini, you cut the grass or do something, you come shotgun it. That bitch, I ain't gonna lie, that bitch refreshing.
It's crispy. It's crispy.
Yeah, like a good old. I drank a Heineken the other day. For the first time in shit, almost a year. It was Stokes' birthday, so he had some Heinekens.
Was it
So,
frosty?
shit, I went and partook. Nah, that's what I was trying to tell him. I was like, nah, you gotta get that ice on the top. He shotgun them things anyway.
Yeah. Well, while we waiting, man, we do have comedian Howie Bell, man. Long career in the comedy arena, touring the country, touring the world. Straight out of Detroit, Michigan, graduate of Benedict University. I was gonna say Benedict College, but they finally got their shit together. Not finally, they got their shit together a little while ago.
Yeah. Outside, I haven't been. He trying to get in now. I haven't been on cameras, but outside looking in, it's getting better. It's getting better.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, while we waiting on him to pop in, cuz, what you think about the evolution of Tyrese, cuz?
I like it.
I appreciate the evolution of Tyrese.
I like it.
$1 million worth of game episode, cuz he was.
I ain't watched that one yet.
Clowning.
I ain't watched it. I'm on the Shay joint. I'm only like 15 minutes in.
Yeah, look, I appreciate it. He addressed the green tracksuit and the orange purse, but he had a point.
He had a point, but that was a big ass truck. But Shannon Sharp a big ass dude, so
I mean, bro, you 6'5", you 260. I'm 6'2".
Yeah.
Shit.
It like that. That's like if I sit behind somebody in the car, I'm gonna get out the car looking like that too, and I ain't that tall. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Period.
Yeah.
Period.
But I'm surprised that nigga had the bag though. Like he had the bag with him.
Well,
I always thought Tyrese was funny though. I always thought Tyrese was funny. Like I said, I'm only like 20 minutes in, so him talking about the Coca-Cola shit, that shit was dope. It's a story that's been about seizing your moment, regardless of what happened to you, just seizing your moment. So I think that was dope. I thought it was motivational. I thought it was don't give up, go harder, no matter who's tell you, you ain't ready or your time ran out. Just go ahead and give it y'all. You don't know who's watching and who gonna give you a shot.
And that's real, and that applies. It definitely applies because I can't wait for somebody to pay some real attention to what we doing over here.
And that was the other thing I was gonna say, man. Our resume ain't shabby. Our resume is for the guests we've had on here is pretty dope. I see other podcasts that don't have nearly the type of people, nearly the type of range we've had, and they're doing well. So they got somebody's attention. So we'll get somebody's attention soon.
Yeah, no formats, man. Do what you feel. You know what I'm saying, and stick by the guns of doing what you feel. It's definitely easy to have an interview or a conversation with somebody that's famous, but I think you have a lot of dope conversations with everyday people, and that's what we pride ourselves on. I mean, at the end of the day, we all generally just human beings on here, man. But we give this credit and value to celebrities like they've done something different. It's like you just said, they had an opportunity come their way and they made it work and it changed their life. But at the root of it, we all human beings, good, bad, or indifferent.
Well, that's all I'm gonna say. Also, is when I was gonna touch. Oh, basically, last time I just like we might get into
the audio kind of choppy.
I said, we might get into what you're doing as far as your business or your career or, what you're selling or whatever, or your product line. But it's more so about the conversation, how you got to your spot, your laughs to get to that spot, your tears to get to that spot, the grind to get to that spot, and what you got ahead. It's not so much of the product that you really got, but it's so much of the motivation you got to give somebody else who's watching. Telling your story.
For sure.
It's still choppy.
Sure. Nah, you good.
I think he got a phone call. I think he got kicked out. I think he got a phone call. We've got to tell him about the whole do not disturb.
Well, shoot him a little message. Let him know. I had to get my light together, Them boy dark skin over here, so if you don't have the right light, I'll blend into the background.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, we got foosball this weekend, bro.
Yeah, shit, we got foosball tomorrow. College start tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gearing up for, we got a gimme game. It should be a gimme game.
For who?
Carolina.
Oh. Yeah. What is it, Old Dominion? Old Dominion?
Yeah.
I do want to see what we got, but after that, the next several weeks ain't nothing but what they call it, military hell week.
There you go.
After that is week after week after week after week of a monster team. Clemson got Georgia, but Clemson got Georgia, but Georgia down they top two running backs. One called a DUI, I believe, and the other one had some type of surgery.
That was tomorrow, Georgia. Right?
Huh?
That's tomorrow, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I think Georgia and Clemson played the Thursday night.
Oh, so they technically open the season.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big game, so I can see that. That's a big game.
But that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do some pick'ems this season right here. Where we pick the games we give our picks for the week. And we see who come out on top at the end of the season.
Oh, we definitely can do that. I'll enjoy that.
Yeah.
You know what I like about football season? It brings men and women together. Like basketball season. Basketball season is women watching basketball more because of the WNBA. And plus they was always getting more into it with the NBA. But football, boy, you might get an argument with a woman over a team and actually realize that she knows what she's talking about, which makes it even better. That makes it even better, man.
Yeah.
Just go in, go, huh?
No, I was just, that clip that was going around with mom and her son in the front yard, fresh off work.
Yeah. She fresh out of church.
Nah, she's some kind of social worker for old folks home. That's
But
what I was saying. They did a little profile on her on MSNBC.
No, Cam gave her about a 7-minute highlight on his show. He talked about it. He gave her nothing but good remarks. Like he liked that shit.
Yeah, bro, she was teaching the goddamn kick step. Everybody don't know about a kick step.
Yeah, bro, and that kick step is so fun, bro. If people understand, I know you may not know football, but a kick step is the difference between $4 million a year and $20-something million a year. A kick step is that damn important. I know people think that some certain athletes aren't as smart. I know they think certain athletes should deserve more than others, but somebody that don't get no recognition is the offensive line, defensive line. But that kick step puts you in a whole nother tax bracket if you're a big fella on that line.
Sure. What's his name?
Trent Williams.
Laramie Tunstall.
Yeah.
You know, you can't name a lot of offensive linemen, you know what I'm saying? But you know when your quarterback getting up, that's what you know.
And then if your kick step is on the blind side, you might get a couple more million.
I like Trent Williams.
Yeah. We got them. I'm gonna say it. We got them Eagles this week. I ain't gonna say sorry ass Eagles. We got them. Well, not this week. Next week we got them Eagles. Because she already talking shit, but I ain't care.
Yeah, why would you?
Yeah, I'm like, you got to do something. You got to do something.
Matter of fact, y'all finished the season better than them anyway.
Yeah, but I know they upgraded. They went and got Saquon. They went and got they traded. They got the wide receiver from Dotson from Washington. But shit, we got 3 wide receivers. We don't know who the number 1 wide receiver is, and that's good. You got to guard all the motherfuckers. And we got Buddy from Oakland. God dog it. Running back. God dog it.
Oh,
the brain fucking up.
Yeah. I know you're talking about too, and my brain gone.
Yeah. We got him.
Well,
defense reloaded. We got a new game plan. We ain't yet. He's saying it's
Atlanta
not working.
Finally, I don't know. You might have to close out and restart it because it was. But
we have a great conversation before we went live.
Yeah, Judon, Simmons. All I'm thinking is if Cousins get us to the break, if Cousins get us to week 8, 5-3, 6-2, even 4-4, we got to be above 500. Everybody's calling for Atlanta to win the division. I mean, everybody say it's an easy division, but you won't play in
it. Now, I saw on Raheem Morris was on what's the Shay shit? What's the show? Nightcap. You know, he did. Nightcap. They did a live nightcap in Atlanta, and Raheem Morris was there. He talked. That was a good. Like that's the first time I've seen Raheem Morris like that relaxed in a setting like that. Like he a dude I want to talk to just to like on some shit like this, just on some chill shit. I just want to know, you know, the thought process because he seemed real chill, real down to earth. He said same thing. He gonna seize the moment. He was a head coach in his early 30s. He took a long break, but he got 2 rings, and now he's back at head coach. But he's really talking about the culture and the fans. Like that's dope. That's not so much the team. He was like, we get the fans on board. We get we keep the culture. We're gonna do something. So that's what's up.
Yeah. Well, we be sick. Atlanta fans and Falcon fans be sick as hell, but we still tune in every year.
Yeah. I'm seeing if I can send it to his email.
For sure. What you think Colorado gonna do?
I'm hoping Deion bounce back. I hope Deion bounce back. I haven't looked at the schedule. Anything over 6-6, he succeeded. 8-4, he did what he was supposed to do. People got to remember, man. The man did do something last year. They broke it down. The man brought like $3 billion to the area alone.
Right.
He won games he wasn't supposed to. He lost games he was supposed to win. But overall, as a record, that record was better than when he got there.
What was he supposed to win? They had what, 0 wins, 1 win the year before?
He knocked out TCU. Wasn't supposed to knock out TCU.
Right.
Wasn't supposed to knock out TCU. So I don't know. I just hope, and I also want to see. So on my shorts, I got Warren Sapp in my timeline. Hey, bro, Warren Sapp made me want to go. I can give Warren Sapp 10 plays right now, not stretching, no workout.
You gonna leave on a stretcher though?
I might go line up without him. Huh?
So you gonna leave on a stretcher though? You give him 10 plays. I have no doubt.
Warren Sapp is like what they highlighting his motivation, his speeches, his aggression. When he talked, the man seemed like he want to cry. He a coach you want to play for. He was like, we dogs. He was like, we gonna sick them on you. Like, okay. I like shit like that. I've always liked shit like that. I think that's what made Antonio Pierce who he is for the Oakland Raiders. Like he had that I'm an old player and I'm about to run this team type shit.
That locker room cachet.
Yeah.
Players don't believe in you when they know you've been through it.
But Warren, what I say about Warren Sapp is, from the videos that I've been seeing, he going through the drills.
Right.
Like he doing the drills. He doing the hand swaps. He doing all that shit to say, if I'm a young dude coming in, I know Warren Sapp's history. I'm probably too young to see it live. I know his history and be like, this dude out here, but there's an art to it. You not think it's almost like the kick step. It's an art. You think he out there fucking around with some martial arts trying to be funny, but no, it's an art to that. So I like that. I like it. Yeah, he was like, man, they called me at 5 o'clock in the morning talking about they want to watch film. Bro, when he said that shit, you could see his eye water up. Like he still loved the game.
Yeah, you see when he had Ed Reed address the team at the team meeting?
I started it, something else happened, and I didn't finish it.
That was a good one too. Ed Reed is about that business, man, and he a real dude.
Yeah, I mean, I like real people. Once again, go back to this podcast shit. I like real people. You can be a billionaire. I don't care about your money. I want to know the other shit.
Right.
I want to know that. I'd rather spend time on the fact that you fumbled that one opportunity.
Exactly.
Like, you hear people talking about, I did this. I fumbled this one, and then they get away from it. Nah, let's figure out why you fumbled that one, because that's a lesson for whoever watching.
The success story, for the most part, is, time meeting opportunity. You know what I'm saying? The education is the fumble. The education is the fail.
Yeah, I like hearing those stories, especially from people of our culture, people of our race, just people in general, man. There's a lot of white people out here, like you said. A lot of these white people ain't bad. You just associated with white folk, but you have a dope story like anybody else,
right?
So I just like hearing a person's dope story.
It's the polarization of, when it comes to white folks, it's the polarization of hate. You know what I'm saying? It's those blanket situations where, just like they assume that if they met one black person, they met all the black people, it go the same way for us. You know what I'm saying? But I've had opportunity. I've been in the trenches. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, good people is good people, and you can feel it on them. I was talking to my niece the other day, And I told her that. I was like, you know, you can feel good energy on people. You know what I'm saying? And it's you can also feel that bad energy. And if you can't feel no energy at all, that tell you something too.
Walk away. That's what I said. Walk. Had a conversation about that with my supervisor. I was like, I don't know if you go to church, but people go through seasons, and seasons could be anything. And I was like, I come in here at the time I come in, and I don't want to be fucked with. But then 2 hours later, I'm happy. But
Right.
then I might not want to be fucked with for another 3 weeks, and then I'm happy. Like everybody go through their shit. You never know. So there's some dope white people out here. There's some dope Latinos out here. There's some dope Africans out there, Jamaicans out here, Irish people out here. It's Vietnamese people. It's just some dope people. I think social media spotlights the bad incidences compared to the good people.
And again, because you can't talk about it too much, I don't think people get it. Your algorithm.
Yep.
All you do is watch bullshit.
Yep.
That's all you gonna get. So I like to hear, those personal interest stories. I like to, just run across the good things. I like to not blindly optimistic, but hopeful.
Yeah. He said something about a storm coming through there.
Oh yeah. It been since yesterday.
He said it might have got him.
Well,
Oh.
We'll reschedule them. Shout out to Howie
all
Bell.
The cool white folk round, huh?
I said shout out to Howie Bell. We just we'll try to reschedule them if you don't get in today.
Definitely, because we have I had to tell the boys, I said live, like we was having a good conversation before we went live.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
some good white people. Good white people. What good white people look like?
Tom Hanks.
Oh man.
Nah, good. Just general. The white dude that won't stop talking to you. He immediately start talking to you when he see you. Y'all pull up at the pump at the same time. Y'all walk into the store. He hold the door. He talk about the weather. Talk about his old lady. How he tired of her shit. You know what I'm saying? It's more focused on the energy that you give, because guess what? If you don't like me, you not fooling me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely the energy, man. I've had helpful people, like just being in the military alone, man. You are confined to a small area in close proximity with every nationality of people. You know what I'm saying? So you got good and you got bad. You got people that look like you that ain't shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you got people that don't look nothing like you, don't understand where you come from or what you've been through, but they'll try to.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that. There's some one of the reasons, because we going through this shit every 4 years when it comes to election and who you vote for, who you think. I just think as good people, man, good people just need to stick together. What if we just vote as good people? What if you take all people that consider themselves good people and they represent something? Not no Republican, not no Democrat, good fucking people.
I think that's what it is in the end. I think we gotta get off of this two-party system. We gotta get off of this Republican and Democrat shit, and we gotta go with people that really are committed to the change, not committed to getting elected, committed to going through the change to make this place a better place. Because there's no reason, because we got all the shit to make this. There's no such thing as a perfect place, but it can be way better than it is.
Yeah.
And you just know that there are people that don't care about making it better. And those are the people, a lot of those people are in power. Those are the people that are bringing up new bullshit laws or keeping old bullshit laws in place. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's not rocket science. They got on Carlos Miller. If y'all not familiar with Carlos Miller, you gotta be Wilding Out, 85 South Show. He went on College Hill, and there was an episode in reference to the homeless problem, and he was like, "That's not my
Yeah.
problem,"
That's not my problem.
and it's not his problem. You got a bunch of people whose job it is to fix the problem, and they're not fixing it. And people will say, "Well, I pulled myself up by the bootstraps, and I found me a job, and it wasn't easy for me." Every situation is not the same, and everybody that's homeless ain't lazy. Everybody that's homeless ain't, you know what I'm saying? Some of those people got mental health issues. Some of them people just don't have no family, no support system, and you do the best you can with what you got. So
some of them don't even have enough education or enough. They don't even have the proper outfit to wear to an interview.
Never had it.
Yeah, now there's some people out there that's choosing to be out there, yes. But do we group all homeless people as people that choose to be out there? No, you can't do that. And like I've always said, like when it comes to veterans, somebody should buy a freaking old Holiday Inn or some shit. And veterans is only for veterans. I know that sounds like you try to seclude people, but them people did something. I don't care if you never crossed overseas. When you sign your name and you put the fatigues on, as far as the Army, the Navy, the Marines, Coast Guard, what's the other one?
National Guard.
National Guard. If you did any of that, there should be a sanctuary in every state just for y'all. Even if you got to check in and out every day, or you check in for 2 days and you out, there should be a sanctuary. If we can send $30 billion overseas for $30 billion worth of whatever for a country, we can do that right here for a lot of these veterans. Or why aren't the veterans on the military bases getting jobs? Like the military base should take them in. Give them a job.
That's the point that, I think Carlos is trying to make, and that I agree with. It's like the president can't just send $30 million to a foreign country. A lot of people have to vote on it, sign off on it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just the president that's the problem. Like, we like to point to him because he is the supposedly the leader of the free world, but very few decisions are made by the president alone. So a lot of the shit that we blame on, that's your congressman, that's your senator, that's your, you know what I'm saying? Those are the people that are saying to send this aid to another country. Meanwhile, you got homeless motherfuckers all across DC. If there's any place that there shouldn't be homeless people, it's the capital of the country.
Hey, let me get something corrected because I just got a message. I left out the Air Force. I'm sorry. I left out the Air Force for y'all Air Force.
Oh, man. They not really military. I'm saying that as an Army veteran. I like to give them a hard time. Them and the Frogmen, again, I don't mess with Marines because you will wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning going to work, and the Marine will be on your first step.
Yeah, my
so
bad.
I don't joke with them.
Y'all know I had good intentions when I was saying my little speech. It was good intentions, man. I'm talking about the Air Force. It was good intentions. Look, I had a point I was trying to make.
The Air Force is like the club. You got regular general admission, and you got the VIP booth, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Air Force is the VIP booth for the armed forces. They be real picky, because I'm super intelligent. I kicked the ass for have ass, not even trying. And they was like, "Nah, we good."
You were too big. You were too black, big.
They was like, "Nah, we good, we good. Nah, do the army shit.
Well,
Do that army shit.
yeah. They knew you
We
weren't gonna
full
cut that
right
weight.
now. With that, they ain't had
They
shit
knew
to
you
do with
wasn't
it.
gonna
I
cut
was
that
in the
weight.
best. I was in the best shape of my life at 18.
Yeah, but what was the size requirements to get into the Air Force back then?
I wasn't trying to be a pilot, motherfucker. I was just trying to get in the Air Force.
Well, they treated you like a dip. I'm just fucking with you.
I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it is. Like the Air Force can be very choosy.
Yeah. I've known several people in the Air Force, which is crazy. After I think about this shit, there's known several people in the Air Force. And they all the ones I know the ones I know there in the Air Force, it ain't nothing but a good handful that I know. All of them are doing very well for themselves. And they're not
Absolutely,
still in. Yeah, they're not still. They're doing
absolutely.
very well for themselves. But I really do think each Army base, or if it's not on an Army base, right outside Army base should buy an old hotel, 100, 200 unit building, and that should be sanctuary for veterans, only veterans, which
They
means
got
ID card, health records, honestly, MPs, patrolling the premises, but it don't have to be on the military base, but it should be as close to the military base as possible.
I think it should be on the military base.
Well,
Just
yeah.
because the reason why I say that is when you in the military, you are not only subject to. Matter of fact, they got their own code of justice. You know what I'm saying? So when you in the military, you are solely supported by the government. So for them to stop supporting you when you get out, whether you serve, I think you got to serve a minimum of like 3 years now. But whatever time you serve, like you said, you made that, especially you did it voluntarily, um, unless you went in during Vietnam. That's the last time that they had a draft situation up until now. But yeah, the UCMJ, uh, Universal Code Military Justice. I don't know what the U is, but
I was about to say the
UCMJ.
University of Colored Men Junction.
See,
Junction.
we can tell. We can tell you drink a lot. You don't take nothing serious.
No, but I really do think, especially with the mental health, other than the homeless shit, that mental health aspect plays an important role also. And even if you get, like I said, you have the building, you have the MPs or police that are dedicated to veterans and know the know mental code to be out there to help some of these veterans get back on their feet or just get through life. I think that would be not saying they're not doing it. It's just not highlighted if they are doing it.
It's
Although he
like
has the correct answer, the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
yeah, I don't. I drink too much because I should have known that. But it's like you have to have an address, and the fact that you don't have an address,
Yeah.
especially if you're a Vietnam, especially if you're a Vietnam era vet, but definitely all the Middle Eastern conflicts, Desert Storm, Freedom, all the campaigns that went on. There are people that came back and they had, you know, injuries, catastrophic injuries. Some of them that came back, that got hooked on painkillers and drugs and things like that. I agree that there are programs because I'm in it now. You know what I'm saying? But everybody is not necessarily mentally equipped to do the things that you have to do to get into those programs. And some people don't have family to help them through that. And that's why they be on the street. So, everybody that's on the street don't necessarily want to come in from the cold. There's
True.
that. But there should definitely be less things that less hoops that you should have to jump through to receive the benefits that they promised you when you signed up.
Yeah, like I said, I'm seeing veterans with signs up saying they need some type of help. Especially for me, when I go pin up with exit, I get off. I'm looking at Fort Jackson. Y'all sitting outside of Fort Jackson with these signs. Uh, it's just one of those things. I've always wanted to know, which I don't know, is what have these people turned down? Like, was there an opportunity they turned it down? I know you said something like you got to have an address, and that plays a big role. That's why I said they had a place where they're cycling them in and figuring out, all right, he'll be here in 2 days. He will have an address for 2 days. Then he's out. Well, he'll have an address for so and so. And within there, try to help some of these people get awarded the benefits that they need as far as help.
Yeah. And that's it.
Yeah.
He said there's a lot of people that don't do what they have to do. You know what I'm saying? And again, you're talking about paperwork, you're talking about appointments, you're talking about the need, the want. For people that have family, for people that have support, other people that have been through the military, other veterans that they're connected to, they normally take advantage of those benefits. But you do have those people that, for whatever reason, like I said, mental health, alcohol issues, drug issues, they might need a little bit more hands-on. You know what I'm saying? And some of them get it. Some of them go through the program, they get clean for a little while, and they go back out. Ultimately, I think the point that we're trying to make is there are politicians that are seeking your vote that tell you that they're going to do all these great things. And these are the same politicians that vote against gun laws. These are the same politicians that send foreign aid. You telling me no Republicans voted to send that money over there? Because I think they had to. You know what I'm saying? So look to the people. Like I always say at the end of the show, I'm gonna bring it in a little early. Is love the people who love you back, man. That's where you're gonna get the most help. That's where you're gonna get the most support. That's where you're gonna get the most love.
I would say anything like that in that aspect, holler at us, and we ain't got the answers, but we'll help you do your research to get the answers. We do have people like Motivated Minds who has a lot of information and stuff like that. And if he don't, there's ways he can get it. So just remember, there's people that have resources to help you or your loved one through certain shit like that, especially if they're a veteran to the armed forces. Once again, I didn't join, but I have nothing but utmost respect. In my life, I've never disrespected a soldier that I know is a soldier, even if he's in street clothes. If I know you're a soldier and you're in street clothes, I've never that I know of disrespect you. That's one thing that people talk that shit like they can do it. You can be a secretary typing up paper, but there's people that won't sign up for that job.
Okay.
So people that had that job, man, nothing but I salute to y'all. I appreciate y'all. People call it the ultimate sacrifice. It is as far as that, but there's always bigger sacrifices. But for what you do for this country and what you sign up for, I don't care if you did it just for money. I don't care if you did it just to view the world. I don't care if you did it for a guaranteed paycheck or a guaranteed roof on your head. You did that shit. You went out here robbing and stealing, or you went out here doing something you weren't supposed to. You chose something, and when you chose it, you knew that shit was gonna be hard. You knew anybody joining the military know that shit ain't gonna be easy, and you did that shit, and now hopefully you're a better person. So salute to you. You could have been a drug dealer or something like that, slanging on the street.
Yeah, there's drug dealers in there too.
Yeah, I know. I was just saying. I'm trying to be positive, man. I'm trying to get our armed forces.
No, always. They should know. They should know BOTB is definitely in favor of veterans in the military overall. Everything that I got, everything that I am, is directly connected towards military service, my own and my father's. So You know, they'll say, some people will say, you know, it ain't the place. The
Yeah,
military ain't the place for a black man. I mean, I would argue that there's no place. You got to get in where you fit in, and you got to make the best decision for you.
man. The military is an organization. It's not a place because they gonna send you to many different places.
Yeah, for
They
sure.
gonna see, they gonna send you to many different places. I talked to my cousin this week, and the time he did and what he did getting out right now, he received a huge blessing 2 weeks ago. So it is what it is. Like I said, I just hate seeing soldiers out there that's not being tended to in the right way. But like C has said, like you said, like they also gotta take it upon themselves when they ask for help to do what has to be done to receive that help. Up to their
For
most
sure.
ability. Like if you ain't got no car, they want you every meeting. I can understand if you can't get there. But if it's certain stuff like just filling out paperwork, emailing it, checking your email. If you don't have Sergeant Slaughter, Sergeant Slaughter.
Yes.
I'm
What's
glad you
going
tagged.
on, S?
We got
Hey, can
about
y'all hear
20
me?
more minutes. Yeah, we can hear you. Got about 20 minutes, man. What you
Hey,
got?
man, I just walked, man. Listen, I just walked in the door, man. So I was kind of, you know what I'm saying?
So what you
Indeed,
got?
indeed.
So, bro, I was listening and I was trying to type it all at the same, you know what I'm saying? So, what y'all, I don't mean to, I don't know, I'm just jumping in, bro. Listen, some of the stuff y'all was saying today, bro, I dealt with a vet today. And I deal with this man quite often. He's an alcoholic, bro. He's been through the substance abuse programs, bro. In this particular case, he don't want the help. You know what I'm saying? He don't want it, bro. And what I'm telling y'all, bro, is all kinds of programs for vets that they gotta want the help, bro. They can sometimes, let's just say here in Florida, they can walk into the VA hospital. Let's say that this joker is drunk or high. What they either gonna do is one or two things. They're gonna put him on the Marchman Act, which is for alcohol abuse, or they'll Baker Act them. Here in Florida, that's when you're a danger to yourself or others. You know what I mean? And what they'll do is they'll put them up on the 5th floor of the VA hospital, and they'll keep them for up to 72 hours. Then what they'll do is they can get psychic. They're gonna talk to a therapist or counselor and all that stuff, bro. And they've got all kinds of programs for these folks. You know what I mean? But the problem is a lot of people, bro, they don't they don't want the help. But then again, addiction is real. You know what I mean? That's my phone going off, man. But addiction is real. You know what I mean? And then the other thing, bro, what a lot of people don't know is it depends on how you got out. And that's why your 214 is important. Because sometimes, bro, when people get chaptered out or they didn't serve a certain amount of days, they got a bad conduct discharge, bro. They're not gonna qualify for certain benefit. They're not gonna qualify for it.
Right.
And that's
Right.
the stuff that they don't tell you. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I definitely understand. Like every veteran that's homeless is not, you know, not a victim. You know what I'm saying? I definitely get that part. I feel like, and it's easier now than it has been. I remember getting out in 2000. You know what I'm saying? And you had to go to umpteen appointments. You had to make umpteen calls. You had to sign this, that, and the other. You had to go through, you know, so much. Now in the internet age, it's a lot easier for it to happen. But I agree with you. Um, everybody that's on the street had an opportunity to do something different.
Hey, can I ask you something,
So
bro? Y'all ever
what's that?
heard of I know y'all heard of HUD, right?
Yeah.
You ever heard, you know that a lot of people don't know this. You know they got HUD for veterans? It's called
Uh,
HUD Bash. It's called HUD Bash.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? And they got all kinds of housing programs. And Brian saying that the VA is all great because there are some of the doctors are bad. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of the programs, bro, they're there and they're trying to establish more. Like if like a lot of the on the civilian side of the house, you hear a lot of people saying that they need counselors and stuff to go out with the police officers for mental health calls, right? Certain VAs actually have that. It's called the VMAT program. It's the Veterans Mental Health Evaluation Team, right? It's called VMAT. So it's a social worker or a counselor and a VA police officer, and they go out when you have a veteran. Let's say they miss an appointment, they'll go out and check on it. They'll go check on that vet. Or if that vet may be having a mental health crisis and they know it's a veteran, bro, they'll go out. You know what I'm saying? And that's from the VA. A lot of people don't know that though.
Right. And did you see the one? I'm sorry to say that it was an Asian lady. They did it with the Sonya Massey.
Yeah, in New Jersey.
She had her brother called. She was having a episode. Her brother called, but he didn't want the cops. They said, "Well, we got to send the cops anyway." He was like, "Well, don't come." Cops come. I'm just fast forwarding through it. Cops couldn't show up. She got a knife. She's in the house. The brother's outside the apartment, and
they pulled him out.
Well, he walked to the door first. He did walk the door, then they pulled him out.
Right, but they wouldn't let him go back in. They pulled him out.
They wouldn't let him go back in. But the key was they asked the cop. They know she has mental issues. They asked him, "You on lethal?" Dude was like, "I'm going lethal." But y'all know she has a mental issue. She has history of mental issues. So they go in with the police shield. They shoot her. She didn't have that knife in her hand. She had a water jug in her hand.
So some of that, bro, is you got to look at like the use of force continuum, and you do have less lethal options. You do have less, but a lot of times, bro, just hypothetically speaking, when you dealing with a knife, you're gonna get shot. You know what I'm saying? Unless you got somebody that's thinking like, okay, you know what, I don't want to. But that's just another whole conversation. That I always say this: if me as a soldier, I know that the possibility is real that I can go fight and die for my country, and that's what we train. You know what I'm saying? Then the mentality that you learn oftentimes as a police officer is you go home at the end of the day. Right. Now, a lot of police officers got this mentality that we Spartans and we gladiators and all of this. But the last thing I remember, Spartans, they glorified death in battle, right? So as
they went out on their shield.
Right? So as a police officer, you know that when you make that belt click and you walk out that door, you may not come home. So the mentality, I always say this, bro, the mentality of policing needs to change. If me as a soldier, I know that I might not come home when I go to war, guess what? Because I might have to die for my country. If I'm a deputy for the county, hey, I might have died for my county. You know what I'm saying? Instead, it's always you come home at the end of the day and fight it out in court. You see what I'm saying? That mentality, man, that mentality has to change.
Well, my thing is the fact that they knew she had mental issues of nobody, of psychiatrists or therapists on scene. Like that plays. So you decide to go in there. You decide to go in there with lethal. Dude asked, y'all will go lethal or non-lethal? And the guy says lethal. One guy says lethal. But was it necessary in the fact that you know she has mental issues? And the brother called on the phone and said she's having a mental issue. It wasn't one of the things where they showed up and was like, well, I don't know. No, it stated she had mental issues.
Happened.
Yeah. You know, people were like, why did they?
That boils down to policy and it boils down to the individual officer. You know what I'm saying? Because what I hate to do is Monday morning quarterback somebody's work when you ain't in that seat. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Because you never know. Because I know, like, for me, a lot of times it's about de-escalating. You know what I'm saying? De-escalate. You know what I mean? Because the last thing, bro, you want to do is pull that strap and, you know, I'm trying to not say bust a joker, but you know what I mean? But there are less lethal means at times, but sometimes, bro, it all boils down to the individual officer. But if he already had his mind made up when they asked him, you want to go less lethal or lethal? And sometimes the situation dictates too.
Man, they had another guy. He chased after the suspect. Suspect cut through somebody's house. The cop shoot the dude that sleep in the house.
Yeah. And I bet he gonna walk.
Dude sleep.
Huh? I bet he gonna walk.
He probably gonna walk, but Buddy was asleep. He wasn't even a suspect. He was sleeping out. The suspect ran through his house. Like,
hey,
it's just.
Hey, did y'all see?
Huh?
Bro, did y'all see the Breonna Taylor? What that judge just
put on her boyfriend?
No, bring me up to speed.
I saw what he put on.
Hey, Calendar, you know what I'm talking about?
When they put on the boyfriend, it was the boyfriend fault?
Yeah, they put it on the boyfriend. So basically, what the judge said, this is a federal judge. What he said was, never mind the fact that they did a no-knock warrant. Basically, he said that if the boyfriend wouldn't have shot at the police officers, Breonna Taylor wouldn't have died, right? Okay, but you got it's some other stuff in there, because they're not dropping all the charges on them, especially the civil rights stuff. But I brought it up, brother, to say this. This is why we got to vote. Now, this was a federal judge, right? Now, check this out. Who nominates federal judges? The president. The president nominates federal judges, right?
Okay.
Now, they're approved by the Senate. I want to say the Senate. It's either the Senate or the Congress, one of the two, but the president nominates them, okay? Now, check this out. This particular judge was nominated and approved. All this happened. He was put in office as a district judge under Ronald Reagan, and he's still there, right?
Yeah.
Now, he's still there. So think about this for a minute. You remember Trump pretty much stacked all the courts with his own judges, right? Now think about how long federal judges serve as federal judges.
Forever.
Think about that.
Till death. Yeah.
So that's another reason why it's crucial that, because bro, that judge, he went in office, I want to say in 86, right? Well, think about this. 86, we wasn't even out of high school yet, right? So in 86, I graduated in 90. That means that judge been me, my sons,
38 years.
Still there.
38 years.
So I'm just saying, bro, those are the things when it comes down to voting too. I know we talk about the president and local stuff, but guess what? This is another reason why we need to vote, because man, we put that joker back in office. How many federal judges seats are up, right? He can put more people in there, and them people might be in office for another 50 years.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. It's something to think about for you people.
I'm just saying, bro. I didn't mean to go from that to that, but when you was talking about that chick like Sonya Massey, bro, you know what I'm saying? That with Breonna Taylor, they took that up. The feds got involved in that. You know what I'm saying?
So Kentucky they got to have some form of the castle doctrine.
But okay, so they do, bro. But what they're saying is because it's law enforcement, and if you go and read it,
you know that though.
Listen, bro. What they say? Listen, I ain't saying they did. I don't know. They said that they announced themselves, right? When they went in, they said they announced themselves. But this is what I hate, bro. That means they assumed that they heard them say police. That's an assumption that they making. Bro, I'm asleep. I don't know. I might not have heard. And you coming in at what, 12 something in the morning?
Right.
So that's where it gets tricky. So my thing is, man, people should be in a uproar right now.
Right.
Right. But you know, we too busy worrying about other stuff, bro. So I'm just saying that's what I look at. How do they know that they did not, if they in fact announced them, if they did it, because they lied about everything else? So what makes you, why would I believe that you announced yourself? Because you lied to get the warrant, right? You lied all the way, you lied in the report. So why would I think that you announced yourself? You'd be lying about that too.
You didn't even know that the motherfucker you was looking for didn't live there.
Right.
And
so this case is just messed up all the way around, bro. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm supposed to sleep in my house and somebody break in and do nothing.
No, bro. No, you can do something, but the cops come and kick your door.
No, but I'm saying no. But what I'm saying is, from what they saying is, somebody kicking their door, whether you heard them or not, because you sleep, you supposed to do nothing. That's what they telling you.
Right, but you got to remember, bro. The rules apply differently when it's the popo.
Yeah, but I understand. But the reason they're not using common sense. If somebody kicking your door, you're not supposed to do nothing.
So listen, bro. This is something I always remember. What is morally right, is oftentimes legally wrong.
But that's what I'm saying.
Right? No, I'm agreeing with you, bro. No, I'm agreeing wholeheartedly. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes, bro, we got to think like them folk think.
But you don't have time because it's life and death. If somebody, man, so long time, I had just got my Dodge Charger when they first came out. So I went to Buford. I'm in Publix parking lot. I parked Publix parking lot. The chick I knew at the time, she had went into the store. So I'm sitting there with my windows down. And I saw the chick and a dude walk. They get out the car and they walk behind me. I ain't think nothing of it. The chick come back around and put a finger to me and said, "Give me all you got." I never looked at her finger. I just said, "I ain't got shit." And she busted out laughing and walked off.
But that could have went a whole nother way.
That could have went a whole nother way.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So you trying to tell me, not you, but you trying to tell me common sense, I shouldn't have used common sense? Like, I need to protect myself.
But see,
So if I was shot her, I would have been wrong.
But not necessarily, bro, because at that point, you know what you could have said? I know in Florida, that's the whole stand your ground thing. I was in fear for my life. I don't know what she had. Right?
But that's what I'm saying. So why the boyfriend can't do it if they kicked in the door? I'm in fear for a door got kicked in of my sanctuary.
Because he going up, that's just one black man going up against the United States government.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but that's the whole common sense shit. Common sense says somebody kick in your door, and you the man of the house, and you protect your house,
and you got a legal firearm.
But see, you got to remember, this is how it ended up. This is why the feds picked it up, honestly, because the feds said they were wrong.
They were wrong.
You know what I'm saying? That's why the feds picked, because that our cousin out there in Kentucky, who was Attorney General at the time, you know what I'm saying? That tap dancing, I'm trying to be respectful, but he basically threw it out, and the feds picked it up, and the feds said they were wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of states passed this whole no-knock warrant thing because of that case. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So the feds said that they was wrong, but you got to remember, bro. Now we're talking about this judge, right? This federal judge. He is a conservative, right? Look at the seat. I mean, because common sense will tell us that they kicked this man. They kicked their door in at 12 something, almost 12:30 in the morning. Right? Because I was reading this last night, bro. And I was laying in my room and I was like, if police knocked on my door right now, from my door is closed, am I gonna hear them say police? No.
Not unless they're on a megaphone.
That's the only way, bro. So I'm just saying, bro, it's not fair. You know, and we know it's not fair. Right? But to me, dog, some of this is politics too.
Right.
Some is politics. Right, and it's just kind of like, and I hate to bring this up, it's kind of like what they did with George Zimmerman and the Trayvon Martin case. Bro, I had to do a case study on that, right? And even though I didn't agree with it, I understood, right? So what they did, it was political, because when Angela Corey took it to trial, this is what she said. Okay, guess what? Okay, black people, guess what? We taking this to trial, right? But then when he got off, she can say, okay, listen, over here, conservative, my base over here, the justice system works. It was political, bro. It was either way, it was a win-win for her. And that's what and it's not right, bro. It's not fair. But at the end of the day, this is why we got to encourage our sons and daughters and nieces and nephews to go to law school, right? And all our friends to become lawyers and judges. That's how we fix that.
Only way.
That's how we fix it.
You got to infiltrate the system.
Right, bro. We don't like, and it's like we don't like what police officers do. Guess what we got to do? We got to become police officers, right? And I'm talking from the neighborhood, and then we got to patrol our own communities. You see what I'm saying? That's how you fix it. We got to become police officers and deputy sheriffs and become police chiefs, right? And sheriffs. That's how we fix it. We don't like the medical system. Guess what we got to do? We got to go off and become doctors. That's how we fix it.
Right.
Yeah, but there's still gonna be something that slide through that just ain't gonna set a good representation of us, when that's their whole point, was setting a reputation of us. I saw one today. I started sending it to you. Dude and the girl in the park. Cop pull up. He says, I don't know if y'all from around here or not, but the park closed at 9. They there late. So he asked for identification. It was like you have to we ain't from around here. He said it don't matter. Gave the dude a ticket. He was trying to get the girl a ticket, but she bucked up a little bit. Like, we don't know this area, but that's the same thing. Like, not saying look out. I understand you got to hold the law, but shit like that, it don't help the situation. And with that going to social media, it don't help the situation.
And that's where discretion of police officers come in. Because what I learned one time, bro, that crime is always happening, right?
Always.
You're not going to stop everything. Sometimes, bro, you just got to be like, all right, man, you know what? This petty. You know what I'm saying? This petty. Y'all go ahead on.
Man, Buddy looked like he was trying to get something in the car. Like, they was outside the car. He looked like he was on a mission. If I'm the cop, I'm just like, hey, y'all can't be here, man. Y'all take that.
That was last year. That was Atlanta. I remember that one.
But it's the whole point of all that for what? The jaywalking stuff for what?
I agree, but also when the cop rolled up, he should have been like, "Yeah, we not familiar with the area. I didn't know we about to go." Now you feel me? Like, him giving him the ticket was overkill. It should have been de-escalated. But her bucking up, talking about what you need to see my ID for, cause you wrong. Like, we got to understand. Sometimes we are in the wrong. And to go back and forth with a motherfucker, this is not about your blackness. This ain't proving how tough you are. This ain't de-escalate the situation. Cause at the very least, if he violates you, you can get some money. But you got to be doing the right shit.
But if there's no signs, if they're in an area where there's no signs visible at that point to say the park closed at 9 and you're not from around there, how do you know the park closed?
So I'm gonna tell you
police show up.
Yeah. So well, yeah. But see, here's the thing, bro. Some of that is what I call sometimes you got stat cops, right? Right. You got stat cops. Joker pull you over. The rule of thumb normally is it's just a rule of thumb. 12 to 15 miles over, you get a speed ticket. It just depends. If you're in school zone, you're gonna get it anyway, right? But then you got them stat cops. Guess what, bro? They're gonna give you a ticket. Because it's padding stats for some. You understand what I'm saying? Right. But as a police officer, you got a lot of discretion. Sometimes that's why bro, you going 6, 7, 8 miles over, or even on the highway, bro. You rolling down 26, right? Going to Columbia, bro. You going 80. The speed limit 70. Let's say you going 80. Police officer fly right by you. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, bro, sometimes it's discretion. And what I was always taught is the reason why it's like 12 to 15 over is because you can't argue that ticket. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why. But discretion, man. And like Jaywalk, what you were saying, bro, about sometimes, bro, basically sometimes we gotta know when to shut up.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes we just gotta know when to shut up. And the one thing that I hate, bro, about people sometimes is the times we should shut up, we talk. When we talk, we should shut up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
When folk pull you over, shut up. Don't try to argue. Don't say nothing. Just be quiet.
It can only help you. I'll just give you an example like what you're saying. In West Columbia, it's a little town called Springdale. Springdale take you all of 90 seconds to drive through that motherfucker. You feel me? If you're driving across it. I'm coming through a school zone, and the person in front of me is picking up their kid. They turn into the school. The cop pulled me over for going 15 over in a school zone. He didn't pull me over until after I passed the school zone and got around the corner. So you waited for me to pick speed back up so that it could register on your little radar thing. You feel me? I'm not going to argue with you. I got weed in the car. Guess what? I didn't argue with him. I got a ticket. I didn't get no possession.
Pick your poison.
Pick your poison, cuz. Pick your poison. At the end of the day, we know what time it is with people of color and law enforcement. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I just never liked if when they pull you over, they don't want you to get out the car. If you jump out the car, they say get back in the car. If you in the car, they want you out the car. You barking, and I've seen something, it was a therapist or a psychiatrist saying, if you got 10 people barking at you, you're never going to get it right. So they say they do it psychologically. But technically, that should be entrapment. Because I'm only going to listen to what I hear. If I got 15 people, I'm only going to pick one voice out. And I'm doing it. It don't matter what I'm doing. If like I had the situation with the cop shit. So I was about to pass a cop. You know, people don't like passing cops. So what I did, I set my cruise at like 2 miles over the speed limit because he was doing the speed limit. He waited till I got right there, so he threw the blue lights on. I slowed down. He turned them off the road.
He's just telling you so you slow down more.
Yeah, he just tell you slow down, which I can appreciate that. Like, I have no problem with that. But there's some, I think, like you say, they're trying to pad their shit so much. So are you really doing a service? Are you really doing a service?
They're not here to do a service for the people. Protecting service out the water.
I'm going off of CS. Yes, we for community.
Bro, you got some good man. Look, bro, I was at Walmart. Man, matter of fact, I got to drop this video. I was at Walmart the other day, and I'm walking out. Now these dudes is from my former agency, right? Right by the door, I walked out. I ain't knowing, but I was like, "Hey man, what's up?" You know what I'm saying, bro? Do you know this dude just kind of looked at me like, right? And I said right then, I said, you know what? This is why a lot of police officers have problems. This is why a lot of police officers have the reputation they have, because it's that superiority complex. You know what I'm saying? You looked at me like I was trash, but you don't know who I am. You know what I'm saying? And bro, I recorded a video right then. I said, this is the reason why you are a public servant. I am the public, right? But yeah, I speak to you, acknowledge you. I said in the Army, what do? We always gave a greeting of the day, right? That's what we did all the time.
Sure.
I just spoke to him, hey, what's up, bro? You know what I'm saying? Joker looked at me like I was beneath him.
And then, if there was any pushback, say you wasn't having a good day, you didn't necessarily say nothing, but you looked at him, sucked your teeth, whatever, and he came out there. The fucked up part is you could be like, look, I'm on the job too. And you can show your badge. You know what I'm saying?
I'll never do
and
that, though, bro.
Like,
I will never do that.
No, I agree. You shouldn't do that.
Yeah, violate me. Violate my civil rights.
Exactly. But you got the people that do that, and then, you see them all the time. They be like, well, you should have just said you was a cop, and, we could have talked it out. Bro, you was already at 11 on a scale of 10. That's why when I pull over, cause like if I get pulled over, I throw both my hands out the window.
Right on the steering wheel, bro. Hey.
No, I throw them out the window.
Have them hanging out the window. I done did that several times. But
I throw them out the window, cuz. And
it's crazy because they want help when they feel like help is needed. But when you try to give them help, they don't want the help, and you say they're impeded. I saw this one clip. Guy pulls the mother over for driving something to drive, but she had a baby in the car. The baby going crazy. The white cop got the lady hemmed up. So there's a dude that come over and try to, just watch the baby. And the cop tell him to get away. He was like, the baby crying. He said the baby only crying because the mom's crying. Now what happened if something happened to that baby? Because she pulled him over. So all she had really was the driver's side window down. Now what happened if the baby caught heat stroke?
They don't.
I'm just saying, you can't determine when you need help. That's the sad part. So when people don't help the police, now it's y'all didn't help us. But then when they try to help, your camera more important than my camera. That makes no fucking sense.
Hey, but
they can bring on.
And you know what? And to your point, that is why that's why agencies need to go to what is called community policing. Back when we was growing up, we knew every police officer. We knew the good ones. We knew the bad ones. It wasn't nothing for. And where I grew up, bro, kind of rednecky. You know what I'm saying? But we knew who was who. It wasn't nothing, bro, for us to be playing basketball. They'll pull up. Some of them was our football coaches, especially when we played Pop Warner. But that's why it's important for community policing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I know, like, my mama, bro, man, all these jokers know my mama. It's crazy. You know what I mean? But they would stop through the neighborhood and they would talk. And like when them jokers found out who my mama, they're like, that's your mama? You know what I'm saying? Because they would stop and talk. And they knew that my mama, they know she is the grandmother. They always with her grandkids. So if one of my nephews went and got into something, they'll call my mama. You know what I'm saying? But that's the importance of community policing. We should know the police officers who patrol our area, and the police officers should know the people. You know what I'm saying? So when you get that call, you already know little Mookie down there got mental health issues. You know what I'm saying? Bro, and I seen this situation one time that everybody knew this guy. His name was Kenny. Everybody knew that Kenny had mental health issues, bro. I swear. It was a call that came in. Kenny had a knife, right? And he was lunging. They had every right to shoot him. But guess what? It's like you were saying, Carolina Dirt, because they knew him, right? They knew him. Man, hey, one of the detectives pulled up, bro. He just got out the car, walked behind him, pulled out his taser, pop. You know what I'm saying? He locked up. Guess what? They gaffled him up and took him off to the to get him some help. But that comes from knowing people in the community.
We had one where next to our parents' house, they got the like the Bobcat home, Babcock, where they help people with mental and physical disabilities. And they got this one individual up there. That boy about 6'6", about 280. And he got loose one day. And he was he about a mile away. But when the town police heard about it, they already informed like the type of person is mentally. Said it took about 5 of them to get him down. But they were alerted prior. Yeah, they was alerted prior to them showing up of his situation. So, like, I applaud. I don't know them officers or nothing like that, but I applaud them. Like, it might have took y'all 5, but y'all didn't hurt that young man that I know of. I didn't shoot him, obviously. Y'all didn't tase him. Like, y'all was able to make that work. And I think that's the thing. Like, we just need to highlight more of if a cop does something good as far. I'm not talking about the ones playing basketball. Like a legit stop, a legit. Robert, like highlight them shits.
But even the ones playing basketball, cause like if you getting out your car, this is what happened. When police stopped getting out the car, that's when it was over. That's when neighborhood policing stopped.
It's a wrap. We call it the cage, bro. Jokers don't want to get out the cage. And there was a sheriff, there was a police chief up in New Jersey. He told his police officers, no, y'all gonna get out and walk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's you right, bro. That's where it went south. When jokers refused to get out that cage. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy, bro. Community policing is crucial. You know what I'm saying? You can get a lot more done in the community. That's part of the reason why half the murders in our community actually, they ain't trying to solve a lot of them. But that's part of the reason why a lot of them don't get served, bro. Like, we don't trust y'all. You know what I'm saying? But you got that one police officer that you trust, man. And you know what I'm saying? We know that he ain't gonna throw you out there, but he gonna get it done. Bro, it's easy. It makes it easier for everybody.
For sure.
But then you got some jokers don't want the help either. You know what I'm saying? They just who they are. They was a bunch of kids that used to get beat up and get their milk money took.
Exactly. Exactly. No, I mean, and that's it. Always shows in every video. Every video where a motherfucker took it up instead of meeting the situation where it was at. Anybody in a parked car, unless you walk up on somebody in a parked car and they got an AK-47 across that motherfucker, that's a talking situation most of the time. I get you, because the first thing they'll say is, we got a split second to make a decision. But that's sometimes y'all go into shit knowing that it ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? If ain't no tint on the window, I done seen them pick on a lady at the beach in a car on the phone with all her windows down. Ain't nothing hiding. You know what I'm saying? So the type of individual, when you go to get a job at Target, the post office, wherever, they give you an assessment test. And somebody said, I want to give credit to who it was, but I can't remember. But they was like, you mean to tell me that no law enforcement officer has failed a mental health assessment?
There's been plenty that fail, bro. Plenty.
But where do we have the record of it? Who's getting rejected? And if they got rejected, How did they get over there?
Bro, that's a whole nother topic. Because I know we don't seen it, bro. You wonder, like, how in the hell did he become a police officer? Right? Sometimes, bro, they just.
I wouldn't give that motherfucker a flashlight, much less a flashlight, a taser, a gun, and a baton.
Yeah, that's the other thing I was saying. You got businesses that say you got fired at Google in New York. When you got fired at Google in New York, you got fired from every Google in the United States.
Every tech company in the world.
Yeah. But when it comes to law enforcement, you're not. You can get fired or you can quit and you can get on 500 miles away.
But it depends, bro. I know here
50 miles away sometimes.
It depends on what they put in your file. You see what I'm saying? Because sometimes, bro, they can put some in your file and you will never get another job. It just sometimes, bro, it be the hookup. It depends, bro. And I wonder, bro. I know the psyche valve that I went through. You know what I'm saying? That I'm like, how the hell did this joker get this job? Because I know what they put me through. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't just no, bro. This lady told me some stuff, and I know it's true about me, which I don't have no mental health issues. I don't think. You have to talk to my cousin and them, and they'll tell you something different. But bro, the lady told me on one, she's like, you know, you tested. She said you tested high on the hyperactive side of the scale, right? And she said, but yet I'm looking at you and you're sitting here just as calm as can be. But if you know me, I'm real hyper. You see what I'm saying? But it just depends on the situation. But if they could tell me that from answering some questions, right? Bro, you can't fake it. You cannot fake your way through them 600 or whatever questions. Bro, I had to take 2 of them back to back. Both of them was like 400 and 500 something questions. You can't fake your way through that.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, people are failing this shit and still getting the job, and that's the problem.
You know what it is, bro. You know what it is. You know, when you got a town like Mayberry, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, it is like I wonder, bro, like when I'm riding up 95 and I cross over into Santee, you know what I'm saying? Man, look here. The boy, hey, man, look, make me wonder sometimes.
Right. It's certain jurisdictions, you know, that you just don't want no smoke in. It's places that I'm just not gonna speed in because I know what time it is. And that don't negate, that don't clear me of getting pulled over. But you do the least amount of shit you could do to put yourself in that position. You feel me?
Yeah, but they gotta fix it though. They gotta fix it, bro. As far as this, I mean, just policing as a whole in this country need to be fixed. They gotta fix it, bro.
The policing, the justice system, the accountability. It's not even just that. It's the banking industry, it's the healthcare industry, everywhere where we're not represented. And at 13%, we can't even get to the 13% in these different fields.
I think the heads of the police need to go to jail and visit. I think the heads of insurance need to go without insurance for about 6 months. Like, I just think everything needs to be the opposite. I think the people, the branch managers of banks, need to go live in the hood and wipe their credit bad for about 6 months and try to see what these people are going through. The middle class is, I don't know if y'all the middle class. I think I'm the middle class, but I get a bill every day and I'm falling lower behind that line. It's like the middle class makes America, but we're gonna shit on you. Because if I don't make enough money, this person down here gonna get free insurance or free health care or free medicine or at a discount. But then if I do what I'm supposed to do, hey, I get pulled over by the cops. I do something that I'm generally trying to do, but I get 10 years. But then I do something else. I don't make, my credit is decent, but my interest rate is 30%. Like, it's always fight to get something in when you're in the middle class.
You don't get no breaks in the middle class, bro. Middle class
don't get no breaks. You get no breaks, bro. I think we got the in the mail recently. We got the property tax. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like the numbers wasn't even even like the numbers don't even make sense. Like I know basic math, but I know what I'm making. I know what the tax man charged me last year. I realized I was broke before that. I'm broke after that. And now you want me to kick out more money?
And them property taxes ain't getting lower either.
Ain't getting lower neither.
And you gotta hope that the government or some millionaire don't want the property that you own. Because then they gonna tax you. They gonna tax you at the value of whatever that millionaire was gonna do in that spot.
Exactly. So you go back to the middle class who makes America, who's in schools, who's paying insurance, who's paying health insurance, who's doing this, who's doing that. There's some good ones out there. They're getting stopped by the cops. They're not getting jobs. They're not getting whatever.
Home loans, car loans.
Yeah. And that's the middle class. I'm just saying, as a person who I think is middle class, but is probably not middle class, I just think it don't matter who you vote for. I'm voting for that. I'm voting for as far as the middle class. That's what I find important. I don't find important who doing a concert. I don't find important how many times Buddy with the toupee live. I want to know who's going to help the middle class.
Who's going to help me? Right. That's real.
Yeah.
Well, bro, we not gonna know, bro. We never know that.
We never know that.
Never know.
You never know that.
I can't, bro. I can't tell the difference from when one president in office or the other, bro. I
can't.
I can't tell, but I can tell what governor's in there though. I can tell that.
We need to write our own names in. CS.
Boy, look here. I do it all the time, other than when Obama was running. Other than that, I write my name right in there every single time.
Okay.
I'm just saying, bro. But bro, people don't know that they can do. Man, when I start talking about voting, bro, I get frustrated because people don't know all this stuff. Bro, like on the ballot here, we got Amendment 3. They're trying to legalize marijuana for a certain amount for people 21 and up. We got fools talking about not voting, right? But then when little Mookie get pulled over, you know what I'm saying? He got a nick or whatever he got. Don't be mad because you didn't vote.
And them the motherfuckers that smoking the weed, they tell you they ain't voting while they smoking the joint.
Yeah. I'm just saying, bro, I get mad every time I start thinking about this stuff, man. Because there's so much out, just like that stuff with the federal judge, bro. People don't know that man Ronald Reagan put him in, and he's still there. He's a conservative, he's a federal judge. That's a lifetime. So it's bigger than just, it's bigger than just the president.
We kind of all over the place, man. Ultimately, we understand that the system is in place to do what the system does. The only way that we can hope to correct the system is like what C has said, is we have to infiltrate the system. That means we need more lawyers, we need more doctors, we need more medical billers, we need more black insurance agencies, we need black banks, we need to be in the system in order to create the change. And that means showing up to your city council. That does mean voting. And I've done it before. The last couple of times I voted. And I stopped when Obama came through. Don't just be voting all Democrat down one side, cuz. Don't. If you took the time to go up there to cast your vote, vote individually for the person that represents what you need. That's all I'm saying. But to go over there and just hit Republican all the way down one side, you're causing your own demise. Or Democrat down the other side. There are good Republicans, there are good Democrats. Find out what platforms and what positions they have on the issues that matter to you. That's all I can ask. Look, we're going to go ahead and end it here, man. Y'all done made me tired today because y'all was way too serious. I was supposed to get drunk. Bro. I just got off. I appreciate you for pulling up because you're always so knowledgeable about these things, about these social issues, about these law enforcement issues, about these political issues. I always appreciate your Y'all check out Motivated Minds, man. He got dope content, man. He's on YouTube. Motivated Minds, just the way it's spelled correctly. I hope you know how to spell. Outside of that, Carolina, what you got on the way out?
Man, shit, networking superpower, man. Y'all enjoy y'all Labor Day weekend, man.
Absolutely. In a real way, man. Look, it's football season. Everybody can calm down. I think the crime will go down here in the next couple weeks a little bit.
Except for the Cowboy fans.
Yeah, so they gonna drink themselves into a situation, I'm sure, because they think that they gonna go to the Super Bowl. But
Every year.
we'll see how it play out. CS, I appreciate you. You got anything to say before we get up out of here?
Hey, man, I just want to tell you I appreciate y'all, man, bro. When I tell you I had just walked in, man. So, hey, bro, I appreciate y'all, man, for real. You know, so that's why I try to share y'all videos, man, and always comment. Even if, you know what I'm saying, when I come in, I always listen to the show. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be down in the comments, typing like a bug.
Hey, look, I appreciate it. And I appreciate the people that pull up here. Let me say this, man. We're not experts on none of this. We don't always cite the actual sources that we come from. We just having a conversation the same way that you would in your family. So if you want to come in, if you have an opinion that differs from ours, we welcome that. We just ask you to be respectful. You know what I'm saying? Outside of that, man, we are willing to have whatever conversation that you want to have. If you want to say that we wrong about the police and you want to cite your opinion, have the courage of your convictions and come on here and cite your opinion, man. Like I said, again, I only know what I know until I don't know it or until you teach me something. This is the Bottom of the Bottle Show. I'm Jay Walton III. That's Carolina Dirt 803. Special shout out to C Hess. Special shout out to Howie Bell as well. We're going to get that rescheduled. And until the next time, man, y'all be easy. We gone.
Be easy.